Guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brian James and this is DB Automotive, basically where we restore and rebuild clubman style cars. Today I'd like to talk about balls and joints, ball joints. Anyway, here we go. These are what I'm talking about. In fact, I will show you these things. So, once you've actually found out what the front suspension of your car is, if you're restoring, if you're rebuilding it from new, you already know. But if you're restoring something that you have no idea on, the first thing is to actually find out what it is. In this case, it's HP Viva. Then you look online, or you look around your local aftermarket parts shops or auto parts shops. And after they've laughed at you and said that you're dealing with old pieces of shit, you go online and start hunting for it. Now, unfortunately, that's exactly what I had to do. So the first few hits online, these things come up at around 40 to 50 euros each. No, sorry, pound. And seeing I need 6 of them for the front end, that starts getting really expensive. So take your time and find the best deal you can. In my case, I went to Australia, found a place, all up for all 6 items, shipped to my door, $200. So that's a hell of a saving. And it's all about saving money. So the next thing is you want to start fitting them. Cool. Now, with your uppers, most uppers are very simple. If you've got an original unit in the suspension, just drill out the rivet and you bolt these in. Don't forget to use a high tensile bolt. So these are all marked HT, high tensile. So when the Warren Fitness guy comes along, you can see that they are a high tensile bolt. They are designed to take the strength and the hits, and you just bolt it in. That's really simple. Now, the bottom one, that's normally not so simple. That requires to be pressed in. As you can see, the little serrations around the edge is what helps it bite into your lower A-arm. Once you've got it up into the lower A-arm, you put the circlip on it and it's homed. Now, I don't suggest taking a hammer and beating the living shit out of it. Because what you've got here is a thinner piece of metal that takes your grease nipple or your grease zerk, however you want to call it. You will damage it. So you've got a couple of options. Take it into your local auto shop and they can push it in for you with a press. Or what I did in my case, I got a piece of pipe and a socket. The socket goes in under here. And so you can see that that pushes on the main flange there and it pushes up into here. Okay, that part's the simple part. The next thing you use is a good old-fashioned G-clamp and just push it up. It takes a bit of strength, but it works. As you can see, that's how I got this one in, just to prove the point. So that's obviously what I'm going to do this week, is to fit the ball joints, both sides, fit this, basically it's a sway bar, and fit the hub. Replace my tie rod ends, although I am going to have to get new gaiters for that, because this one is destroyed and that one, it's not a happy looking customer either. So once I've got all that, then I can fit the hubs and then I can start working on the front brakes. Last week we were talking about rust killing and painting the diff, so we've done that. So that's all done now. As you can see, I've used rust killer and chassis coat on the diff, and it's come up well, and on my independent axle over there. So you're protecting stuff as you're going. So yeah, this week is going to be dedicated to the front end. Now, let you into a little bit of information. I want to wrap this in carbon fibre. And so I'm going to learn how to do car wrapping. I can easily take it to someone and get them to do it, but it's all about me doing it as much as I can. So over the next 2 to 3 months, while I'm working on the chassis, getting all the brake lines fitted, piped up, I will be rubbing back the existing fiberglass. So that'll include the scuttle panel, these aluminium sides, the clamshell guards, the back guards, and for a vinyl wrap to look good, it needs to be wet and dried back to anything over 800 grit sandpaper. So I was thinking of going up to 1,000 just to make sure that it's going to be nice. Well, like I say, it's going to be interesting. I've never done it before. I'm watching lots of YouTube channels on how to do it. So with any luck, it will come in being reasonable and acceptable. On top of fiberglassing, on top of carbon fibre wrap, we'll be placing all the JPS sign writing on it. And then I'm going to look at a PPS, or a paint protection system, to go over the sign writing and the carbon fibre. So it all locks it in. Now, the wrap, most wraps, if they're exposed to daily use, only have a warranty of about 3 years. So for most people, it's not worth doing. But because this car will live predominantly inside in a shed and get taken out on the weekends at summertime, it's going to see very little outside use. It may be a maximum of 10 full days a year. So in that case, we can quite happily wrap it. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, hey look, if you like what you see, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll try and post weekly updates, not only on this, but when I start working on the Bedford van. Okay, that's going to be a very big project, but it's not as big as I hope for the one that's coming soon. That's going to be really big. Anyway, thanks guys, you have a great day. Bye bye.